there's some confusion going around on engineering notation, and here's some things that might make it a little easier to understand about engineering notation. Let's get it. There we go. And how we make things a little easier. Anytime you have a number that is either too large this way or too small that way, when you enter it into the calculator, you can make it a little easier on yourself using what is called engineering notation. Most of the calculators will have something like EE or 10 to the X, like that, on the calculator. Now, the one we recommend has EE, and that's the one I'm going to work with. Let's take a little basics. Oops. Okay, I didn't know I had that stuff down there, so let's erase all this. Let's just erase all of this. Give me a little bit of room. Okay. I'm back up to here. If I can find it. There we go. Where do you go? There it is. Let's just do this. Create a new one. All right. Anytime. I thought I had a small one. Yeah, that is a small one. We have numbers too big, too small, like that. All right. So if I have a number like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, this is the 10 to the 0 place. This is the 10 to the 1's place. This is 10 to the 2. 10 to the 3, 10 to the 4, 10 to the 5, 10 to the 6, 7, and 10 to the 8th. Now, generally, we only worry about 10 to the 3rd, 10 to the 6th. Now, what that means is, really, we're doing nothing more than moving our decimal place over 3 spots for the 10 to the 3rd, 2, 3, in this case 1, 2, 3, or 6 places, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I have a number that's 10,000 or 10 million, instead of typing all those numbers, I can write 10 times 10 to the 6, and it means the same thing. I have 6 zeros past my 10. Okay? If it's 10 to the 3rd, well, let's say it's 5 times 10 to the 3rd, then that would be 5, then 3 zeros. Now, we have a special name for that. We use mega, it's a capital M, and kilo, a small k, for that. So 5k is 5,000, or 5 times 10 to the 3. Or, in terms of the calculator, 5EE3. represents 5,000. All those mean the same thing. 10K is 10,000, which is 10 times 10 to the 3, or as in the calculator, 10EE3. Now we can go the other direction as well. And this is the one that gives most people confusion. Causes the most confusion. Again, this is 10 to the 0. But the moment I go past my decimal point, I start putting negative numbers in here. 10 to the minus 1. 10 to the minus 2. 10 to the minus 3. 10 to the minus 4. 10 to the minus 5. 10 to the minus 6, etc. etc. Now, we also generally only worry about 3, 6, and 9. Now, 10 to the minus 3, 10 to the minus 6, 10 to the minus 9. Now, 10 to the minus 3, we use milli. 10 to the minus 6, we use micro, which is a funky U-shaped. And forgive me, 10 to the minus 9 is a small n. Of course, my micro and my small n looks a lot alike, so you have to be careful about that. And the same thing applies when you're doing this on the calculator. If I've got a number that's 10 to the minus 9, it's 0.000000100.